So, hello and welcome students to a Scratch video series. So today we are going to learn on how to make a cat fly. Sounds funny, right? So before in this video series, we have learned about animating characters, learning about the XY coordinates, about the different costumes, the loops for, okay, and the loop inside the loop. These are few of the things, and today is nothing new. We are just going to practice these things and try to make a logic out of it. That is what you say is an algorithm. So for this activity, I'll give you an introduction, then we'll do the activity, and finally there will be the conclusion. So so you want to make a cat fly? It's pretty funny. Okay, so use motion blocks to control the cat's upward movement, trigger the flying action with an event such as a key press. So this is really interesting, and today I'm going to teach you how to do it. So it is a pretty simple logic, okay, if you understand it. So now let us begin with the activity. So first of all, I need to select a flying cat. Okay, there are different costumes for cat as well, and one of them is a flying cat. Now I want to choose a building so that my building comes close to the cat, so that it looks like that cat is moving towards the building. I'll explain it later. And then some background, then try to move the building from right to left so that it appears that my cat is moving. So I'll explain this code while I'm making the project live. So okay, let us switch to sprite, and first of all let me select my sprite, and that is, if I go to animals, I can see cat flying. So this is my first sprite. Now again I click on it and I can see my building. Okay, so I place my building here and my below the cat is here, and now I have to choose a background. So let's say blue sky. This looks like a pretty good background on any day, but what is a building doing on a forest? Yes, you can choose funny backgrounds as well. Maybe you want to choose broad walk. Okay, if you want to choose, yeah, I like that one. It was really funny. The one where it was the surface of the moon. Imagine there's a building on the moon and the cat is walking past. Cat is flying past it. Yes, this one. Yeah. So this was pretty funny, but for now let's stick to the basics and let me choose a blue sky. Okay, pretty nice and simple. So first of all, as we always do, we have to start from events and when green flag is clicked. And now I have to set a forever loop so that this keeps on happening. The building keeps on coming close to the cat, and then again to 240, then coming close to the cat, so that it looks like my cat is flying towards the buildings. So what I do is I click on a loop and that says control, and I select the forever loop. Okay, and now I have to set x to 240. Why? Because 240 is almost the edge of our background, of our canvas. So every time this loop repeats itself, it places the building to 240. That is on the extreme right hand side corner of our background. So I go to motion and set x to, this is my, so I can set the x coordinate, and what should I set to? 240. You can use 250, 255, basically the corner, one right hand side corner. And now I have to use another loop so that see in about, so I repeat another loop. Inside this forever loop there is going to be another loop, and that is going to be repeated for 50 times. And each time the loop is repeating itself, what will happen? It will move the cat by minus 10. Okay, so move the cat by move the building, sorry, the building by minus 10. So this is our minus 10. So this is what happening. We go into the loop, set x to 240, then move inside the loop, another loop, and then reduce x by 10. So it becomes like 240 230, 220, 210, 200, then 150, 140, 130, then 100, 90, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Then it becomes to 0. Then minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, minus 40, minus 80, 90, 100, minus 120, minus 150, minus. Okay, this is it, and it goes to minus 250 or so. And then when 500 into minus 10 is minus 500, so 240 minus 500 becomes minus 260. Basically the building disappears out of the frame, and as soon as the loop is completed, it again sets the value of x to 240. So the building appears on the right hand most side. So we just have to move the building from the right to the left and then repeat it again, then repeat it again. So I hope you understood what I'm trying to tell you. Now let us take a closer look and see if it's working. Okay, so I think I set the cat. Okay, so I think I set the cat to minus 10. So my cat is moving and the building is 10, right? So you can do that as well. Let us change it first. Okay, so I want the building. Okay, so this was for my cat. Now basically I want to change whatever the code this was. I want this code for my building. Okay, duplicate. I have duplicated the code. Okay, don't worry, I will make this code again. But I have to do it for the building. Okay, not for the cat. See, the sprite selected is cat. I had to select the building. Okay, so a little mistake by me. Don't worry, we'll make it very quick. Control. This is a kind of a revision. So, okay, that's great as well. So when clicked, okay. And secondly, then we move to forever loop. Control. Then we go to forever loop. And inside this loop, we want to set the value of x to 240. So set x to 240. Okay, and now I want to take another loop and repeat that statements 50 times. And what is going to execute 50 times? The value of x is going to decrease by minus 10. So motion or set motion and move by how much? Minus 10. Okay, let's see if this works. Going into the big screen and then play. Okay, so now it's perfect. The building is moving and it looks like the cat is flying past those buildings, right? So it looks pretty imaginative, pretty fun as well. The building is moving past, so it looks like the cat is moving past all those buildings. There are multiple buildings and cat is moving past them. So it looks amazing. Yeah, this is great. So that is what I was trying to say. Earlier we had chosen the cat sprite. Yes, and now we have chosen the building sprite. So you have to write the code inside the building sprite and not the cat one, because we have to make the building move and not the cat. Okay, so this was our project, and what you have to do is add a cloud sprite in your activity, then move the cloud sprite the same way the building moves as well. Okay, so this is your assessment, and in conclusion I just have to say we learned a lot of new things. Today we learned how to make a cat fly,